Social media is clowning after Offset got caught lacking by #1 industry thought Celina Powell. You can literally chat GBT how many men this shawty has exposed or set up, and it's over 24. She even stole from G Herbo crib, and they had to go run up on her and get it all back. Now she's flexing. She got a tape ready to expose it. Offset, Cardi B, get back together, bro. You guys clearly was canceling out each other's bird brain, because when y'all haven't been together, y'all online for the most idiotic things you ever seen. Respectfully, instead of evolving as humans, you guys have devolved to birds. And I don't know what it is with these rappers and celebrities that keep on linking up with Shawty. Like, why does everyone keep linking up with her? Is it because she's that easy, or is it because she's the only one that, you know, I'm not even gonna say what I think. It's crazy, bro. Anyways, what do you guys think about the situation? I'm just reporting on what you guys sent me to report on.
I don't know how familiar you are with Celina Powell, but he gave you a quick little synopsis of her background. She's pretty much an industry eater. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, even with knowing the track record, people still mess around with this joint. And I'm trying to figure out why. Like, what are we doing with this? What's your initial thoughts? First of all, do you even know who she is?
I don't.
Right, yeah. She's pretty much a video vixen / adult actress / clout chaser / IG influencer /
I got you.
So she has a pattern. She has a type. And they keep falling for this specific woman. I mean, what are your initial take with
hey man, to each his own, man. I mean, he looked like he's resting peacefully in the bed. I don't know what the issue is, other than her taking a picture and blasting all over social media. I mean, I don't know what do you think of it? So educate me, man. Enlighten me.
So the problem here is Offset was, well, I ain't gonna say was. He's married still, but separated from Cardi B. Cardi B is pretty much an idol for a lot of people out there. They worship the ground she walked on. They have mixed feelings towards him because they feel like he did her all kinds of dirty. There's always drama between him and her. They have kids together. And Cardi moved on to Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is in trouble with allegedly strangling a woman. When you think of Offset and you think of Cardi B, all you really think about is drama. Is just a whole bunch of mess. The issue I think a lot of people have with him is they don't really know if he's a good parent. They don't really know if he's handling his situation with Cardi B as best as he can. Also, on top of that, people are just looking at the situation like Celina Powell is pretty much a modern day Jezebel spirit, man. She goes and moves from person to person, destroying people's life. And my take on it is you fall for it. You go for it every single time. It's like you guys have a type. Y'all just don't know how to stay away from toxic ass women. It's not like we get on social media and we don't see what's happening. 80 people cover the same story. 20 of them 80 break it down better than the other 60. Some people have information that the other person doesn't. So these are celebrities. These are people that are in the spotlight. You know what they got going on. So when you still decide that you're going to pursue these people, knowing that they're probably a walking red flag, nobody feels sorry for you one bit. So that's where this is where my issue is. Why do people see all of the red flags and still decide that they want to go down that road? Like, you niggas, you making all this money, you got all this access, you can pretty much pick who you want to lay down with, for real, and y'all still go after that. Don't make no sense.
What's the? So did something happen? I'm trying to figure out why everybody's in such an uproar about who they're choosing to date.
Then people are looking at him like he's a fucking idiot, because she's pretty much a streetwalker. She's a 304.
I get it, but I mean, again, I guess I'm trying to figure out why everybody's so upset. Did he say he wasn't dating somebody like that, or is this just something like the latest thing to talk about? I just don't understand why people are mad if he chooses to date somebody of that stature.
And Spartacus, this is about Offset making a sex tape with Celina Powell.
Okay.
I was answering this question. The issue is, it's the topic of today. It's what's buzzing. It's what's trending. Really, nobody should really give a fuck about it, because that's their personal business in life. But you make it public, so people are going to talk about it.
Right.
That's really what this is.
No, yeah, I get it. I mean, like you said earlier, obviously there's a trend in the type of men and women that they both like. We talked about Stefan. He's in the middle of something with that's the one with the strangulation, allegedly, right, with the chef.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so birds of a feather kind of flock together. So it's just that environment, man, that toxicity, like you already explained. So, some people just like what they like, I guess. It's hard to explain, other than the obvious. Everybody coming from their own version of trauma, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And Spartacus, I'm glad you said that, because everybody not tuned into this shit. Like, because it's not really that big of a deal. It's just a bunch of rich people doing the same average shit that regular people on the street do.
No, it's a big deal, because, like you said, they're influencers, and people are looking up to them. So unfortunately, it is a big deal, because everybody's shining light on it. So with everybody shining light on it and talking about it, it's getting more notoriety to kids, followers, et cetera, et cetera. And it just depends on what you do with the highlight that you point out, I think. So just if you point it out and you're talking about it for a particular reason, whether it's to educate or humiliate, I just got to make sure you identify which side of the fence you stand on, I guess.
So to your point and to Sparkus' point, let me see if I can try to combine the two. There's a reason why I am in agreement with you, 555. That stuff is toxic, like Coach just said. It's a bad influence on the mind. It's not that I don't care about the humans in general. Is some stuff doesn't really add anything productive or positive to your growth or your development. So it's like a bunch of brain rot. But unfortunately, because these people are in the spaces that they are in, they can get on TV and say, go buy you a family bucket of KFC, give you a quick minute commercial, and then you're going to go to KFC and get it because they said it. And I'm just using that as an example because it's a number of things. Go buy some AirPods. Go buy you some makeup. It'll make you look prettier. Go buy my album, and I'll be your friend. And it's like a number of things that a person can do in their space, and you'll be like, oh, I feel like I'm a part of their life. They invited me into their personal business, so I'm a part of the family. You're not, though. And then the next thing you know, you trying to act like them, you're trying to rap like them, talk like them, you try to emulate their relationship. What you say yesterday, most people, they're liars. They're not even being true to themselves. So I don't care because people have sex all the time. People cheat on each other all the time. People make horrible decisions all the time. What I do have an issue with is y'all look up to these folks. I can understand if they was teaching you geometry or how to spend your money wiser or what to invest in, how to get over and through the system, and how to create a better family dynamic. That's not what this is, though.
So what's the intent then? I guess since you said you use an example, 80 people might be covering it, 20 might cover it well, 60 might not do as well. What's the what should we be doing with this information? Because you said they're putting a bad example out there, but if 80 people are covering the bad example, the 80 people covering the bad example might be highlighting more than the individuals that displayed it once.
So solution based. I want to find some type of balance to this. Why are we consuming it so much? How can we understand why it's so negative? How to divert our attention to something more productive? It's not necessarily. I don't want to be highlighting or celebrating negativity. I would like to say, hey, look, people, these are your heroes. They're not really your heroes. We need to direct our attention to people who are actually being conducive to anything that we are trying to do moving forward. This is how we do it. This is what we should be looking into. Here's links to this. Here's links to that. This is all a distraction, and that's just changed the course of the discussion. Let's forget about, all right, this is Celina Powell. She's X and such and such, and this is such and such and such and such. Oh, they did this. Let's talk about why we care so much. How does it impact us? Should we be so invested? Does the end results of all of this drama and gossip, does any of this do anything for us? And where do we go from here? That's my concentration.
What does she do? You said videos. Does she make music or anything like that?
She is an adult actress.
Like film star.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, what's that? What the hell are you expecting then? I mean, might be too much stock put into some of these so-called heroes that you're talking about out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that might be. And then like Spartacus just said, turn the channel. You definitely shouldn't be looking up to those individuals. That's especially if they, because that's almost she posted a sex tape, or that's like revenge porn or something like that, ain't it?
she has a history of exposing celebrities.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right.
Yeah, she sleeps with celebrities, then she gets on podcasts and different programs, and then she brags about how she ate this person's ass out, how she did this. Yeah, she said she ate 50 Cent ass out.
All right.
she, she
Yeah. So definitely. Okay. So it's a strategy behind it.
yeah,
That's a business plan. Is find somebody who's successful, engage into a relationship, record it, market it, and use it for content.
you're
Okay.
right.
All right. Yeah, that's one way to go about doing things.
Yeah,
I definitely would suggest that out there to the young men and women growing up. Definitely find a different lane as far as for looking for content. But yeah, unfortunately, man, these days with sex being degraded and meaningless, over sexualized, you know, overstimulated, man, area that we're in, people just don't value that anymore or themselves, man. And it appears to be that people, will hoard themselves out for anything, lacking the self-worth and the value. But then again, some people may call that art. So again, it's subjective like everything else is, just depending on your morals and your compass. But definitely if you're exposing people and use it for monetary value, then I'll say definitely that's the issue. And that's something that's, something definitely to highlight the lack thereof, or the ability to put it to the side to gain monetarily. That's something to talk about.
yeah, for sure. We've gotten too far away from morality and values, like Spartacus said. You go back. I still live in the 80s. I'm an 80s baby. I still live by those principles. There are things that you would get shunned for now. Back then, ain't no way in the world you'd have all this stuff so prevalent on social media. Ain't no way in the world you'd be able to say this and say that. What? And then now it's like, all right, everything is acceptable. Everything is cool. You can do whatever the hell you want, damn near.
Yeah, living in America. That's why people come to this country. It's the freedom to do each one of those 1 through 4 or 5. From freedom of speech to the right to bear arms to everything else, man. And, people just, I think, are taking full advantage of what their capabilities are and their freedoms are here. And yeah, like you said, looking at old traditions or whatever, and you can talk to somebody from today, they probably wouldn't be too hell bent on doing some of the things the older people were doing back in the day, i.e., working in not treadmills, but steel mills and on the docks and the railroads and all that kind of stuff. You wouldn't get nobody from today even thinking about entertaining that type of work and hard labor. So people are just using whatever they can, man, to I hate to say it, whatever talents they think they may have to get out there and try to make an extra dollar. The actual finding a trade, using your hands, in a more in a more effective way of working. People aren't looking to do those things these days. So yeah, it's these times are different, man, and it's, you can talk so much about the kids or the young adults, but what happened to the parents that was raising them? You know what I mean? So in totality, you have to look at it overall. You just can't point the finger and say, these kids nowadays or these young adults nowadays, because either they raised themselves or they didn't raise themselves. They was raised by somebody. And then you need to look at that in totality. Again, it goes back to the accountability piece, because everybody's talking about these kids, but nobody's talking about the parents that raise these kids.
Exactly. Especially with the whole pronouns and all that. I hear you. I miss playing outside in the dirt. You had to be in the house before the street lights came on. Rules and regulations. I asked the question, is there such thing as child? I know, well, let me rephrase that. Is disciplining your children child abuse? that's the question I asked. You brought up something about there not being that accountability piece in the house, which is 100% accurate. Today, if you try to discipline, it's going to be looked at as if CPS needs to come out because you can't put your hands on your kids.
Why the hell would you put your hands on your kids anyway? You're an adult. You shouldn't be putting your hands on your kids. If you can't have a conversation with a child that you're raising, then it's something wrong with you. It ain't something wrong with that kid. Punching the kid in the face, in the mouth, or in the back of the head, hitting them with a stick or a fucking iron, those ain't the examples. Sorry, bro. I used to get the shit beat out of me as a kid, and that didn't make me a better person.